I have this material here, so I will not be referring or using this. I mean, I will not be reading everything. I think there are about 20 slides here. I'm not sure, 20, 30 slides. This is what I usually do, and maybe, as just like any other professor, I tend to talk and talk and talk. And I have students with me working with this now. I think we have produced a lot of material. And now my boss here is the Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor of OpenU. I am supposed to write this course. So I'll do it tonight, ma'am. Deadline last year. Hurry up. Pali, pali, as they say in Korea. This is the scope. And what I think a lot of slides, like our University President Vietnam already gave us a lot of numbers, and our colleague from Malaysia already gave us a lot of numbers. So I don't need to repeat this. You already know this. We're getting rich. Do you know that? Could you feel it in your pocket? 5% growth, imagine that. Who is the richest among us? Let's see. Per capita, we're looking at per capita. Who is now the richest? Singapore. Singapore has 38,000 per capita. Miss Tan and so many others. Singapore, France are still the richest. I'm looking at this, I don't know. This one, 38,000. And Brunei, of course, used to be very, very rich, but the oil price has gone down, so maybe, I don't know how much they are poorer, but maybe 30,000. They're still rich. And next to that is, of course, our friends from Malaysia and Thailand. Poor Philippines. We are still stuck at $2,000 per capita. So hopefully we get a little bit richer. So let's patent things from this that people pay us better. So, well, you know, ASEAN. You realize we have two monarchies. We have the sultans. We still have a monarchy, and we have a People's Republic, at least two People's Republic here. So I hope no one will be offended of how I describe our current diversity. So I'll not focus here. What I want like to emphasize is this. We are all civilized nations. We are all members, signatories to certain international agreements called conventions in the United Nations. And from the viewpoint of law, from the viewpoint of rule, from the point of norms, from the point of ethics, we are supposed to have agreed to this long ago. But I'm not sure if we know. Freedom of association, no forced labor, no slave labor, equal pay for equal work, for equal employment, no child labor. But hopefully, who is a child? Do you know who is a child? How old is a child? I hope we agree. Minimum age convention. And what's the worst forms of child labor? We are not supposed to do that. But you still see them all over in ASEAN. So this is what we emphasize here. I would just like to, these are the conventions where this is the type of job or work we do, keeping track of our agreements and how far we have agreed to these commitments. So, okay. I'll skip this part and not focus. That's the best part. Conclusion. We are in mess in the web. Noodles. We are a noodle. I think ASEAN is a noodle. I don't know if you like the art, construct art. I don't know how the Chancellor, our artist here, will construct art of noodles and use that as a symbol of ASEAN. Because he said rice, but someone said, the Vice President, be careful about nutrition, be careful about price, and be careful about health. Anyway. The credibility of the charter is at stake. It's already 2015, so we should be looking forward 2020. So that's my challenge to our young people, to our students, to our colleagues here. Now, I have to show you what type of work we have been doing. Look at the references on Social Security. I have seen lately certain numbers that we should watch. Our credibility is at stake. The reason that we have a charter, we are a community, is we want everyone to grow with prosperity. We want to create wealth for everyone. So the distribution should be nice. I got this, I think The Economist, I read this crap called Economist once in a while. But anyway, they have very useful numbers, which we need to watch. Take note of the year, 1994. Well, I hope, part of our study, what's the Gini coefficient? Who is this guy, Mr. Gini? It's a measure of equality, of income distribution and wealth. So the more, if we are growing prosperous, if everyone is benefiting, everyone's pocket is better, then the Gini coefficient should be better. But what is that number? 0.5? Right. That's the measure of perfect. The perfect world is everyone has equal pocket, equal money in your wallet or in the credit card, maybe. All right? Everyone is rich. That's the perfect world. But no, that's not the reality. We know that, some people are poor or very, very rich, and a lot of people are poor. And so we should watch these numbers, because it says there are certain countries it's growing worse, but in some countries it's getting better. But why in the Philippines it's just the same? So I don't know what's happening. So we know actually what's happening, and so we should make the rich. Do we tax the rich more? We don't kill the rich, of course. It's not allowed. But we don't rob the rich and distribute to the poor. That's not allowed. So we have to watch these things. The other worry something is this. Have you seen this graph? I don't know if you could make it better. We have seen the numbers. We're very happy. Oh, ASEAN, 600, 700 million people and growing. Everyone buying, selling. Okay, you buy me, you sell me something, and we go rich. Right? So I saw a lot of you having those types of transactions in your table. I hope more transactions. I buy, sell, buy, sell. That's how we grow rich. We buy and sell, we buy and sell. That means you produce, sell, buy, and, growth. But of course, some people don't like that, right? But anyway, who are buying? We have to look at our age structure. I hope it is better. So we have to watch these numbers. ASEAN 2010. What worries me is this part. So we have to watch certain parts. It used to be, how do I, where's the red part that I need to flash? Di ba may kwan ito? Ayan, okay. Okay, I hope you could see the red dot. It used to be very nice. So let's look at this. It used to be very nice. 2010, that's about 2-3 years ago. But look at this part. What is happening to this base? 0.4, that gives me a lot of worry. Because if you draw a straight line here, it will disappear, right? Somewhere. After so many years, we will disappear. Do you know that? If you keep things as it is. What is this 0.4 group? We're not producing babies anymore. I hope we do have babies. You still have babies, huh? We need to reproduce ourselves. But anyway, there might be some technology, some art, some construction work to do this. Dr. Matt Padilla is an expert on that type of technology, genomics and reproductive health, etc. So I'm getting worried about this part. Why is that? And if you draw a straight line, it will go down like that, and it goes to zero somewhere. What year? So that's what demographists and statisticians do. Okay, so next, we have to watch that. We got this from ADB. You see, the source there is ADB. Okay, and the other one? So I think those are the things that we need to, the distribution things. And another one, another material, maybe you want to study with me, is the holidays list. Because in labor, The university president from Vietnam said it's still holiday in Vietnam. Oh, very nice. Tomorrow, no school. All students happy tomorrow in the Philippines, right? Okay, but we have to watch that. Because we are, as a region, we have to work together. In the Philippines, we practice a principle called no work, no pay. How about in your country, sir?
Same.
Same. Sir, how about in Vietnam? No work, no pay, or no work, still pay?
Still pay.
Ah, very happy. Let's all go to Vietnam. In Philippines, no work, no pay, except us in UP. We always work and we always pay. How about your country? How about Singapore? How about Thailand? No work, no pay, or everyone working with pay? Yeah? Same, that actually a universal principle. Of course, it's just fair. If you don't work, you don't get pay. That's fair. I mean, if you don't work, then you get all the pay. There's a problem with the system. People will rise up and kill us. So we have to watch, and which country in ASEAN has the most holidays? Keep quiet, sir. It's not Vietnam. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I have a prize. So could guess which country has the most number of holidays? And you're happy? Oh, Brunei only has 15. Indonesia is only, our friend from Indonesia, is this true, 21? Yeah. I'm talking about regular public holidays. You might have local holidays, you might have special holidays. We have in the Philippines a conundrum or an oxymoron called non-working special holiday. We have those oxymorons. We try to be more creative in dealing with the question of no work, no pay. But anyway, what's the country who works a lot? No holiday or less holiday. Singapore only has 11. That's why you will see Miss Tan working very hard. Could you go down? 19. Cambodia. We have a friend from Cambodia. We saw this in your websites or some website. So I have to confirm this with you. Is this true? In Cambodia, you have these holidays, so many holidays. And what that country with only 10 holidays, it says there, Vietnam, right? Bottom, please. Only 10 public holiday? Yeah, I think it's more than this. But anyway, that's the work I'm doing now. Because, you see, you have to translate these holidays into working hours, working days, and working months. And so you have to pay people properly. No work, no pay. With work, with pay. So we have to, that's what we do here. If you're in management, if your obligation, part of your job is to pay people properly, then we have to do that. And we in ASEAN should do that. We should pay people properly. And so we have different rules, regulations, and I think that's part of the things that we do here. Well, that's and not just that. There is a part there at the latter part, overtime, or how much do we pay in overtime? If you work beyond normal hours, are you being paid? We call that overtime because, of course, we don't observe forced or slave labor anymore. Did we agree? Yes, we did agree, no more slave labor. But if you work beyond the working time, then you have to pay. If you are not paid, then we call that slave labor. So we are slaves. Officials are usually slaves. We work hard. So those things, we have to look at those overtime and how much we pay. I think we have to start talking about that in order to share the growth, the prosperity. That's my main message. These are the details that we need to look at. Thank you very much.